We are now going to begin to make drawing part 1D. This drawing will be done in metric instead of standard English like we've been doing. What we're going to do is we're going to go in first and we're going to make this upper rectangle, and we're going to extrude it out, and we're going to cut our hole in it. Then we're going to come back in and we're going to make a lower rectangle down here, and we're going to position it so that we bring this edge in to connect to the bottom, and then we're going to space the distance between here and here, or here and here, and that will be a math of 190 minus 70, which equals 120, and then we'll take that 120 and divide it by 2 so that we can get the changes of distance from here to here. We're going to begin by coming up and left clicking on New. This time we're going to come over under Templates and we're going to left click on Metric, and in Metric we have our part files here, and we're going to come to the last one that says Metric for millimeters IPT. So we're going to left click and come down and hit Create or double click on. And now what we do is we get into the 3D world. This time we're in metric instead of inches. We're going to come up and we're going to start like we've done before with our left click. We're going to come down and we're going to left click on the plane that we want to draw in. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. And now I'm going to dimension this rectangle. The distance from top to bottom of this is 160 minus 60. So our dimension from here to here will be 100. And it grows outside of our picture. So I'm going to come over and left click on Zoom All to bring it back in. Now we're going to set the distance across. I'm going to come in and I'm going to roll my mouse forward, and I'm going to set my dimension from this side to this side and set it at 70. Now we're ready to come up and click on our Finish Sketch. Now that we're in the 3D world, I'm going to zoom all. Now I'm going to come over and left click on Extrude. And this happens to be a distance of 200 millimeters. So I'm going to type in 200 and hit enter. And then I'm going to once again do my zoom all. Now the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to place a circle and a cutout on this surface. So we're going to come up and we're going to left click on our Create 2D Sketch, and we're going to come down on this front plane and left click to get us in to this 2D sketch. I'm now going to come up and I'm going to create a circle by clicking on Circle. I'm going to come into my drawing and start pulling away, and as you'll notice there's a dark blue number that comes up, and this line is across the whole circle, meaning diameter. And if I look at my drawing, it tells me that this has a diameter of 30. So I'm going to type in 30 and hit enter, and that now gives us the 30 diameter that we have on this, and you'll notice that the dimension is located. Now we have to center this, and we're going to be using the center of the circle. When we first look, the distance between the top and the center is 40. So we're going to come up and we're going to click on dimension. I'm going to come down and I'm going to get on the center of the circle and click with my left mouse. I'm going to come up to the top line and left click. Then I'm going to pull out. I'm going to left click and I'm going to set this at 40. Now I'm going to set the position with reference to halfway between this 70. So I'm going to pick the center and the side and pull up, and half of 70 is 35. We now have this circle positioned where we need to be on this rectangle, and we're going to come and we're going to click on Finish Sketch. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to come up and left click on Extrude. Then I'm going to come down and pick my profile. In this case it wants to extrude out, but again I'm going to come up to the second line down and I'm going to left click to cut. Now because this unit across was 200 units and the 200 is still here, we can click OK. And now we're going to come out and we're going to use our orbit. We're going to click on it. And we're going to come in here and revolve it around to make sure that you see that the hole has gone completely through.